Y'all, Tina Arena is 47 going on fabulous. When we think of who's gonna sing for Australia at Eurovision, we need someone who can fill a stadium, and this woman is a MILF, and I know there are gonna be people who wanna fill Tina Arena. Now tell me, can she win Eurovision?
Yes, absolutely she can. I mean, Tina Arena's been around for a while. She became a famous child star on a television show here called Young Talent Time in the late 70s slash early 80s. So she started really young. She went off the music radar for a while and then came back in the early 90s and like drop weight. It was huge. And then she's like, yep, bye Australia, I'm moving to France now. And then so she went there, recorded a French album that went to the top of the charts too. So she's got a fan base here and in Europe, and I think she would do amazing.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was Chains in the 90s, I think it was her big kind of song that made it big in the UK at least. Yeah, I remember that, and I thought that she was really good then, you know, kind of revisiting it. I think when I was probably like 4 or 5 years old, probably wasn't really my jam. I was probably more into the Spice Girls, if I'm honest, but hey, let's go with Tina Arena for now. Yeah, I think she's really kind of a good, solid artist. I don't think she's that spectacular at the moment. Some of her recent songs aren't something that I don't think would do well at Eurovision. I think that she would be a safe option for Australia, and if they aren't necessarily wanting to go for the win, maybe, then she'd be a very good option to represent the country and do them proud.
She's also a good route to silencing the haters. There have obviously been a lot of Eurovision fans who say, why are we letting Australia in Eurovision? But there's so many connections between Australia and Europe, and she kind of embodies that. Josh, isn't she of European stock in some way?
Yeah, absolutely. So both of her parents are Italian. So she was born in quite a heavily Italian area in Melbourne, and then obviously she moved to France as well, and she speaks English, Italian, and French. So she's got some international influence going on, and I like it.
A woman with many tongues. I like it as well. Now, Chris, do you think that background would help her, or would it be lost on people?
I think it probably would help her. I mean, I know this is probably a weird way of looking at it, but when you think of the amount of media that will be around the Australian entrant at Eurovision, she will be able to really connect with the French-speaking audiences, the Italian-speaking audiences. She's obviously quite popular in the UK. I know that she actually was... she's done something with Graham Norton recently, which obviously, from a Eurovision perspective, is something that's quite big and might be a hint towards the fact that it could be Tina Arena. But she's very media savvy, she knows what she's doing, and I think that she has a very wide appeal to European audience that would possibly draw in some more votes.
And again, we talk about this idea of Australia having this one shot. They want to choose a really good representative of the nation. And the fact is she performed in the opening ceremony of the 2000 Olympics in Sydney. So there's clearly national appeal for her. People see her in some way as a symbol or diplomat for the country. So why not continue it at Eurovision?
Reflecting back onto the opening ceremony, I think she's the only artist that performed in that open ceremony that still kind of is around in the music industry today. We had quite a lot of Australian performers then, but they've really kind of dropped off the mark. So she's been consistent. Her most recent song, You Set Fire to My Life, not right for Eurovision, but it's not a bad song, and she sings it well live as well. So I think she would do quite well.